Alright, so April is already turning out to be a wonderful month. This is our coronavirus update, the only one you really need, because the media is full of BS. Alright, so as of Saturday, I believe today is the 4th of April, there have been 7,400 reported deaths from the coronavirus. Meanwhile, the CDC also reports a little bit over 30,000 deaths from the flu. Not that either one has any relation to the other, but just to put things into perspective. Why are they freaking out so much about this one thing that has infected so few and killed so little, and meanwhile the flu is just, oh, well, you know, don't mind the man behind the curtain that's hiding 30,000 deaths from the flu that they've... Why is it this is the first year we've ever heard of social distancing? This is, in all of my life, everybody's always said, hey, look, if you feel like you got the flu, just stay home. You know, it's never been a big media thing, but the bad thing is, the media has nothing to cover, because everybody knows Bernie's going to lose, because the Democrats have already picked Joe Biden to be their nominee, and there is no way in hell Joe Biden can beat Trump. If 99% of people were unemployed, Joe Biden could not beat President Trump. So, people are losing their minds over this whole coronavirus thing. It's a virus. It's just like any other virus. Like during the AIDS virus, remember that? HIV? They didn't take away people's civil liberties. They knew that it was primarily spread through the gay community, but they didn't go into the gay community and shut down all the gay bars. They didn't make it illegal for people to, anybody who engages in activities that could possibly lead you to have AIDS. They didn't outlaw sex. They didn't close down all the bars. Hey, you're not allowed to meet each other because there's this AIDS epidemic. AIDS killed way more people than this coronavirus will ever kill. And the main thing is, and they didn't say, you know, they didn't quit giving out needles. They're like, oh, people are going to share needles, so they did the exact opposite. They said, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to give you free needles so that you can inject all of your heroin. So what do people that get free needles do? They have the money to buy heroin. If they wanted to be safe, they would buy needles. That's not what they do. They take the free needles and then they share them until they break or until they lose them, and then they go back and get more free needles and they share those until they break or lose them. So they're still spreading the AIDS virus through free needles. This is the dumbass left thinking that pushes us all in the middle to the right. Like this stimulus. You know, everybody at work, you know, I work with construction guys. These guys are young and they're stupid. They don't remember when we got the $300 stimulus in 2001. They don't remember when we got the $800 stimulus in 2008. That shit came out of your taxes the very next tax season. Which is exactly, I told them, I'm like, dude, they're not going to give you $1,200. They're going to get it back. They're loaning you $1,200. Like, no, man, it's free money. It's free money, man. We should do a strike or we should pick in or blah, blah, blah. Well, I can tell you what. You go home. You stay at home, you file for unemployment, you get your $400 a week or whatever, $500 a week. I got bills. I got a brand new Jeep I gotta pay for. That ain't gonna fly with me. I'm trying to get this thing paid off by July. I bought it in January. I want it paid off in 6 months. You know why? Because I work my ass off. I don't mind paying $800, $1,000 a week towards my truck to get it paid off. I don't want to pay the interest. I know it's like, John, it's only 4% interest. I don't care. I don't like giving people my money for free. So I've been getting every hour of overtime that I can, busting my ass. And now the government is saying they're threatening to shut down construction sites if they see 2 people within 6 feet that aren't wearing masks. Now, have you ever been to a construction site? On a decent sized site, there might be 200 people, probably 5, 6 different trades. So one asshole that they brought in, one asshole framer or drywaller that they brought in from a Home Depot parking lot. I'm not being racist. I've seen this firsthand. They can't speak English and they can't read Spanish and they don't care. They pee in bottles. They leave them on the job site because they're too lazy to walk down one flight of stairs to use the porta potty. They don't wear their masks like they're supposed to, like they're given, like they're instructed to. But then again, you also tell them not to pee in bottles. They leave that stuff. You tell them not to poop in the toilets that aren't connected to anything. They do it anyway. And now the city governments are threatening to shut down job sites if that same idiot gets closer to 6 feet from somebody and doesn't wear his mask. And it's just a government grab. It's a government grab at power. They don't care that we're building they don't care that we are building an assisted living complex that is going to help over 300 of those that are most susceptible to this virus. They will come in, they will shut us down because the same guys that don't lift the toilet seat in the porta potties and poop all over it and steal the toilet paper and leave pee bottles are going to get us kicked off the job. If that's not government just trying to grab for power, I don't know what is. For whatever reason, they want everybody to be locked in place, sheltered down, and not leave because that makes them feel powerful, that they have that control over you. Well, I'm not giving up my liberties. I am heading to a non-essential task per the government, but it is essential to me. I'm going to go meet my farrier right now. He's going to put new shoes on my horse. I am going to get him turned out. I guess technically it's kind of essential because you can't allow a stupid virus to convince us to neglect our animals. I brought my welding machine. I'm going to weld up some panels that got kicked loose because horses are getting stir crazy because nobody's been allowed to come out and ride. Even the owner of the property asked me to do it because her regular welder is not allowed to leave his house. So he's like, oh, his parents won't let him leave the house. I'm like, all right, I'll weld it. I don't care. I'm gonna be out there anyway. And there's a Jeep in front of me. I love Jeeps. I love my new Jeep. So anyway, that's how I'm gonna spend my Saturday. Get my horse some new shoes, weld up some panels, make some other horses' lives a little bit better. Coronavirus still dominates the news, even though 30,000 people this year, or this flu season, have died. I'm going to give a little wave to my Jeep buddy over here, because that's what we do. You wouldn't understand it. It's a Jeep thing. So, I'm going to give these animals a little bit better life, since I am capable of doing that. Don't listen to the news. Listen maybe an hour or two. Watch YouTube. That's where I get most of my news. Unfortunately, my favorite radio station, AM 640, that's all they do is coronavirus all day long. Until John and Ken come on, and then they actually talk some sense into people. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you liked the video.